everyone, today's look is going to be featuring the Subculture palette from Anastasia Beverly Hills. This product came out quite a long time ago, but I wanted to do something with it anyways. Just because I haven't worn it in quite some time. It's been a while since I played with it, and as much as I love the color scheme in it, I think it's very beautiful and original. There's a lot of colors that I've been looking for years in here that I had a hard time finding elsewhere. So I was really disappointed when I heard all of these reviews and all of this drama and controversy saying that it doesn't blend well and it's not easy to work with and da 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 da. So I figured, why not give it a try for myself? It was on sale when I did pick it up, and yeah, I created this look today. Am I thrilled with it? Not so much. Am I going to wear it to work anyways because I have to get going? Absolutely. So if you want to learn how to achieve this look, what my thoughts are on this palette, how to make it work for you, and just in general how to use some funky glitter doodle town on the Saturday, please keep watching and I'll show you. Don't really know what's going on over here, but we're going to get started nevertheless. Today I'm going to be using the Subculture palette from Anastasia Beverly Hills. This palette is really pretty in my opinion. It has a nice wide range of colors that I've been looking for a very long time. The colors are so beautiful that I rather deal with a little bit of fallout by cleaning it up with my baby wipe and my micellar water than like not have the palette at all. So you kind of have to choose your battle, but if you are a beginner, I definitely don't recommend this palette because it is a little bit hard to work with. With that being said, we're going to jump right in. I'm going to take my MAC 224 brush and we are going to go in with some Mercury, which is this really nice kind of taupey color. And I'm going to throw this in my crease, kind of as a transition color. But the kickback is insane. Like, you really don't have to press hard on this eyeshadow formula whatsoever. So as always, we're just going to throw this in the crease. Nice little circular motions, inward and outward to diffuse it, soften it, and blow it out. And for the most part, all of the colors do work well for me. The only one that causes me issues is Destiny. It seems to be a formula that kind of makes other colors go patchy and muddy. Certain times that like I just can't use it because it doesn't do what I need it to do, and actually fucks up the work I already did with other shadows, which is a bit unfortunate. So I'm gonna see if I can try to use it and keep it controlled and efficient, but this palette is a little bit of a tricky mess to work with. And I am definitely using my Stila palette as a mirror because there's no way I'm fucking losing this one. So you can, like, I just shook it off and you can still see that there's kickback on the actual eyeshadow. So we're gonna go in with Dawn right now, which is this really nice like flesh tone color. And I'm not wiping my brush clean, I'm just gently patting it. Same thing, kickback is wild. Make sure to tap off your brush to get rid of the excess. And we're just going to pull lightly, obviously, in an upward motion on top of that Mercury just to diffuse it. So you can see the difference, it does soften it a little bit. So brush is clean, I just wiped it off on a bit of a Kleenex. And now we're going to do little circles just to melt the product. So I find that if I did this initially, it would just blow way out of proportion and way out of control. So by lifting the brush and kind of pulling the color upwards, it makes it a little bit softer and easier to work with. And now that it's been initially applied, by doing the little circles, it kind of diffuses it softer and nicer. Next, I'm going to be taking, what do I want? New Wave, maybe? This one over here. Really weird, like mustard yellow brown. It's a weird color, but I really enjoy it. And same thing, we're just going to layer that on top of that Mercury, pulling it in an upward motion. This time I'm only going in about halfway in. I'm wiping my brush clean because there's just way too much on it. I'm not actually pulling on my skin, I'm just lightly using the brush in an upward motion to pull the color out. It's starting to turn funny though. And I've tried this with MAC's Paint Pot, I've tried this with the Smashbox primer as always, with the Urban Decay Primer Potion. Like, I've done this with a bunch of different bases just to see if maybe I'm doing something wrong, but like, the world is not nuts. Like, it's just a really bizarre product. It's a bizarre formula. Alrighty, so it's a little bit awkward. I'm gonna be taking my Stila Kitten eyeshadow, so that nice champagne that I'm always using, with my Smashbox definer brush, and I'm just going to lightly throw this into my brow highlight, just so that the other colors have something to melt into, because even though I'm blending and I'm taking my time, I don't get the impression that they are as smooth as they normally are. Like, I know how to blend my eyeshadow. This is not my first rodeo. I want to try to get it as nice and smooth as possible. So hopefully that does it. The cube is fantastic, and the swatches, it looks beautiful. This guy over here, that really nice like pinky shift multi-dimensional color, stunning, absolutely stunning in the pan. Real life, what the fuck? It does not show up. Even with the finger application, like, it just does not show up. So I'm going to be taking my MAC 217 brush, and I'm going to go in with Untamed, slightly deeper khaki kind of color. Again, kickback is wild. And in a patting motion, I cannot stress this enough, a patting motion. We're going to deposit this on the outer corner. And now that the initial application has been made, slowly going in with little circles, blending this into our lid and crease on the outer portion. Kind of meeting up with that initial mercury. Just repeating this on the other side. It's starting to go a little bit patchy though. Starting to act up a little bit, and I don't know why. I'm just gonna wipe my 224 clean on a Kleenex again, and just going to softly blend this into the mercury, into the crease color. But it's turning really muddy. I'm trying insanely hard to keep this controlled, but the eyeshadow does what it wants. Voila. Taking Axis, which is an even deeper kind of emerald, not emerald, emerald tealy green. Not really sure how to describe this color. It's stunning. Again, these colors are phenomenal, and I've been looking for them for a very long time. But the execution is just a miss, in my opinion. And I'm just placing that on top, just layering it on top of the Untamed, bringing it slightly in towards the center, patting it so it gets that nice richness, and back in with my 224 and buffing it into the crease. Yeah, this is muddy as fuck. Not really flattering. Maybe I'm dehydrating. The eyeshadows are just not sticking to me. Okay, this is, let's see kicker shows. I'm gonna take some concealer. This is my NARS Creamy Radiant in the lightest shade possible. I believe it's called, yeah, Chantilly. And taking this on, no, maybe. Okay. This is just a random brush from BH Cosmetics, the 112. It's a flat concealer brush. I believe it came in this set because I don't ever recall buying the individual BH Cosmetics brush. Bought it in Urban Outfitters, and to be honest, for the price point, I don't find them terrible. I'm just lightly patting this on the inner corner. I am in no way, shape, or form a professional when it comes to cutting a crease, so I'm just taking my time. But I don't think this is going to be a good makeup day. This looks like crap. Crap, I tell you! Nah, it looks like shit. Shadows are not working. They're not working. Okay, so once you have some sort of shape going on, I don't know what kind of shape, but once you have a shape going on, I think I'm going to use Adorn. This shimmery, oh god, this shimmery golden bronze kind of color. Aw, you even put the straw for me. Ladies and gentlemen, get you a man who gets you iced coffee. Yes! I'm going to be taking this color on my crease brush that I just used to apply my concealer. Generous, probably too generous amounts to pack the absolute living shit onto your eyelid right on the crease. So at least we get some sort of color payoff. And activate the metallic undertone. Tabarnak. Could it go any further into the corner? No. Come on. So, 6,000 years later, when you're done applying that Adorn on your crease, not on your crease, on your concealer, it just looks bizarre. It's not doing what I want it to do. This shit is stressing me out. I don't like being stressed out. I'm always stressed out. Bullshit. Just gonna be taking some Bronze Belle. This is the Glitter and Glow from Stila. And I'm just going to apply this in that little awkward area that my concealer is still visible. And for whatever reason, the eyeshadow does not want to cover. Okay, so it's going to give you something like this. I'm trying to blend it down so it does blend into that Adorn, but I don't want to cover it completely because it is a nice color, but like, what the fuck? This makeup looks so ridiculously bad at the moment. Oh my god. Okay, so it's going to give you something like this. I have the impression that it's equal and symmetrical, but I don't actually think it's even and symmetrical. We're just going to say it's an off makeup day. So once you're done doing your face makeup, we're going to continue with the eyes. As always, I'm using an Urban Decay eyeliner. This is in Mildew. It's this really nice kind of khaki olive color. Has a nice gold undertone to it as well. I tried a light medium coverage foundation today, and it's a little bit more fluid. It was the Healthy Mix Serum Fond de Teint Gel Foundation from Bourjois. I used this years and years and years and years and years ago, and then I discovered the world of full coverage and matte and satin, and it was on sale, so I was like, why not? It's summer, and sometimes I just don't really care about covering my imperfections. Like, it's something I'm working on. I'm trying to be a little bit more comfortable with my discoloration, my acne scars, my hyperpigmentation showing through. I don't always have to be full coverage like Flawless Princess. Like, I can make my skin unified and a little bit more even, but it doesn't need to be flawless all the time. So I think it looks okay. Like, you can still see like a few imperfections. I did a little bit of concealer before the application of the foundation with my beauty blender, so it's not like completely perfect, but I still feel like my skin looks like skin. It still looks fresh faced and not cakey, and my bronzer, my blush, and my highlight still applied quite nicely on top. We'll see how this wears throughout the day because my skin has changed quite a bit. The last time I went, I believe, was about like 7, 8, 9 years ago. So in that time frame, my skin has changed quite a bit. There's more fine lines and expression lines and wrinkles going on, unfortunately. So we'll see if it like falls in the cracks or if it just kind of keeps everything illuminated and healthy and fresh. So I just applied that eyeliner on my waterline and my lash line, and you can see that it kind of complements the greeny undertones in the eyeshadow that we have going on. I'm going to be taking just a really skinny pencil brush. This is the 132 from ABH Cosmetics. Sometimes I use this to clean up my crease or cut my crease as well. But today I have no more bullet brushes, so we're just going to use this. And I'm going to take this one over here. That color that I've said causes me problems, called Destiny. It's this really beautiful like matte khaki green, but there's just something about it when I use this in the crease, or I use this with other colors in like the creasy area, on the eyelid area, it just doesn't perform the way it's supposed to. It just gets really patchy and really, really, really muddy, but like extremely muddy. I cannot explain just how freaking muddy it gets. So just using a light tapping motion, I'm pressing this into the Mildew eyeliner pencil just to blend the two and give it a nice soft finish. Going in with my MAC 217, the brush we were using for all those darker green colors in the outer corner. There's nothing on here, I didn't add any extra product, it's just whatever's left over. And I'm just going to lightly brush it on top of what we just did with the Destiny. Just to smooth it out, smoke it out. You guys know this step, I do it every video. Just to mishmash the colors a little bit so it's not super harsh. And I think I'm going to take that other BH Cosmetics brush that we used earlier with the Adorn, that nice bronzy color that we have going on the lid, and then just going to connect this on my inner corner here, just to brighten things up a little bit, just to give it a hint of color to mirror what's going on the upper lash line. And I use my face highlight on the inner corner, so we have the brow highlight, the inner corner highlight, and the face highlight. It's all Kitten from Stila. So just giving a little bit of uniformity. Just making things flow a little bit easier. Some unity, I guess. Right here on the inner corner. So it's between the Kitten and then between the green. And I think that looks a little bit nicer. I'm going to do my brows, my lashes, and then I'm going to come back and I'll show you what I decide to do for lips. And I don't know if I want to go with a nude or something a bit more bright to spice this look up. I guess we'll see how I feel after I consume more of this. Alright everyone, so this is the final finished look. I just decided to put some tunnels in that have a bit more of a green gold shift to them just to kind of complement the makeup. Decided to go with a nude lip just because I didn't want to do anything that competes too much with the eyes. With these lashes, they are pretty dramatic. There is some glitter going on, and even though it's like a neutral brown green look, I do feel that it is still a little bit dramatic. Am I crazy about this look? Not really. Is it my best? Certainly not. I'm not like super thrilled with it. I'm not super crazy about it. The skin seems to be doing well. It's not creasing or patching up as of yet. So we shall see how it wears throughout the day, but so far so good. I'm enjoying the fact that it looks a little bit more like skin and it's not as cakey feeling. It's not heavy feeling. It feels comfortable and lightweight because it is freaking humid today, so that will put the true test today. Anyways, I want to thank you for watching as always, and I will see you next video.